Tonight, 20,000 people at last night's New Year's street party. Families flocked to popular picnic spots to mark the new year. And police reveal plans for 2014. Very good evening wherever you're joining us from. A very happy new year to you and your families from the Fiji One news team. Thousands of people flocked to Suva's Albert Park to bid farewell to the year that was and welcome in 2014. The Communications Fiji Limited annual street party was jam-packed with an estimated crowd of 20,000 people. Our crew were out and about last night to capture the electrifying atmosphere.
The capital was no different from all other cities ringing in the new year today. Thousands of people flocked to the streets, waiting to welcome the new year. The very young, youth and even elderly were part of the huge crowd. The street party no doubt a popular event. Even our visitors were amongst those in the crowd enjoying the music. As the final seconds of 2013 ticked away, people were treated to a fireworks display. Live entertainment with some renowned local bands and pumping music kept the crowds on their feet until 1 this morning. Organizer Total Event Company Manager Loretta Jackson said it was a night not to forget. Halitesh Dutt, Fiji One News.
Meanwhile, the people of our soccer capital did not disappoint when they welcomed in the new year. This video taken by bar resident Deepak Prakash Nandan at last night's celebrations. An array of fireworks marking the beginning of another year. Meanwhile, it was no different in the friendly north, citizens of Lambasa celebrating as well. First for the town, last night's street party also drew in crowds as hundreds flocked to the streets of Lambasa town to welcome the new year.
So we made our best effort to see that Lambasa doesn't miss out. That's why we got together in just a few days, maybe 2 days only, and we decided to give this party for the people of Lambasa. My best wishes to you, a happy new year to all of you.
Families in the capital city took advantage of today's fine weather and spent the year's first public holiday outdoors. Absalom Rambo has more.
Marking the first day of the new year, and families flocked to the Maisuva Park to celebrate. Armed with their tents, it was also a day for sports and the chance to head out to sea. Under the shades, families and friends huddled for a timely get-together.
I'm happy that the first day today is a fine day. We are thankful to God for granting fine weather. The children are equally enjoying the day with their parents. We are all happy for this particular day being the first day of the year.
For some, the ideal time to perfect sporting skills. For most, it was just the right place to relax, with more people headed to what is currently the capital city's most popular hangout.
Well, we just arrived, me and my nephews and my nieces. We were waiting for my big sisters. Well, we just came here to enjoy the day. Happy New Year.
While some were tucking into a hearty lunch, others took advantage of the sea and the facilities. For others, its plans are already in place.
I'm a self-employed businessman. I'd like to do further up with my business and make the 2014 a success for myself and my family.
Absalom Rambo, Fiji One News.
While many took to the beaches today, those in the Western Division also flocked to picnic spots. At Wailolo Beach in Nandi, revelers spent the day enjoying the sun, sea and surf.
Happy New Year to all my families in Suva, in all part of Suva, around Fiji. Happy New Year. New Year's resolution. That's something I want to keep in secret. Yes. Because if I break one, then people will point at me.
At this favorite picnic spot outside the Sugar City in Soweni, families enjoyed the quiet surroundings over a barbecue while the little ones took to the sea. For this visiting soldier from abroad, enjoying quality time with the family has been the order of the holidays.
Enjoying the weather, seeing the family, having a barbecue here in Soweni. Welcoming 2014 and hope it'll be a good year. And especially spending it with the family and see what happens.
Any New Year's resolutions?
Maybe cut down on the grog.
The Fiji Police Force is requesting members of the public to refrain from throwing water to moving vehicles. A tradition in Fiji, police say the practice poses a threat to the safety of motorists. People are urged to be considerate of other people's safety while on the roads. Police hope people will take the warning seriously. Police operations this New Year's Day continues, with authorities anticipating celebrations to continue tonight. Authorities are also keeping an eye out for people who consume excessive alcohol.
Well, that was the intention for us from the Fiji Police, is for us to provide that safety environment for the people at last to enjoy themselves. That is for the Christmas and New Year. And we have done our part from our side. And at this juncture, I would like to extend the appreciation of the Commissioner of Police and the Fiji Police Force personnel on all the community at large for their support.
People who drive under the influence of alcohol will face the full brunt of the law. In anticipation of this, traffic officers are out in numbers, ensuring safety on our roads.
Overall, general operations on the 24 hours New Year and welcome 2014 was generally quiet. All over the towns that have the street party, there was no incident related to the party that was recorded at all our police stations in all divisions.
People are advised to seek police assistance if they feel threatened.
We have recorded almost in some of the division nil reports received in our various police stations, and people are enjoying themselves. We have noted a large turnout in street parties that was organized.
The Fiji Police Force is already putting in measures in place for this new year. With a general election in September, initial planning is currently underway on how manpower will be used.
The Fiji Police Force already have their eyes set on 2014, with strategies already mapped out on how to improve on their key roles in the coming year. And on top of the agenda is filling existing vacancy within the force.
The acting commissioner has already stated that during his term, he will look into the operations of the Fiji Police, better equip the men on the ground, giving them the resources. Also, we would like to get all the vacancies filled. As I used to mention that we have a number of vacancies on the constable level, so we would like to fill all the vacancies in the first 6 months.
And with the 2014 elections just months away, our law enforcement officers are already planning to effectively carry out its duties during this time. But now they are waiting confirmation on the number of polling stations that will be used.
We are looking at it, waiting for the confirmation on the polling stations and boundaries and all this, because this will impact on our operations. We have some initial plans in place, but once everything is confirmed through the elections office, and then our preparation proper will begin from there.
The Fiji Police Force has also used a clear message to those who will be celebrating the new year.
We are again seeking the good partnership and the good support from the members of the public. If they come to enjoy themselves in whatever form, they would like to enjoy themselves on the streets, or they would like to enjoy themselves at the various Christian denomination church or other faith-based organizations that are out there. But all should be done within the ambit of the law. And I can warn the people that would like to take law into their own hands, that we are serious in the execution of the enforcement of the law during this festive season.
Drew Bukelangi, Fiji One News.
Ahead in the news, Methodist Church improves relationship with government. And expect more road safety programs this year. Hello again. Mariners and those living on the island of Oneata and nearby islands are asked to keep a lookout for a white fiberglass boat that was expected to arrive on the island on Monday afternoon. Police received a report whereby a fiberglass boat with 5 people on board left Lakemba on Monday afternoon and was expected to arrive in Oneata at 4:30 p.m. A search for the boat and 5 passengers continue. Anyone with information is kindly requested to call 917. Expect more road safety awareness programs as the Land Transport Authority continues its efforts to keep our roads safe this year. LTA Chief Executive Naisa Tuinadeva says people need to understand safety as several advisories continue to fall on deaf ears.
We are serious about this and we are determined to reach out to people. Education is always a way forward because you're talking about trying to create mindset and change people's attitude and behavior. So you really have to touch the mindset of people.
The authority has also made submissions to government to increase fines and penalties for offenders.
Sometimes you're going to put a harsher penalty to really wake up somebody and to do the right thing. So in case of violations of traffic laws, which has become a problem on our roads in terms of road safety, yes, we're still going to push for higher penalties.
A major achievement by the Public Service Commission has been the improved responses to disaster management and mitigation. Improvement to infrastructure has also been evident with a marked improvement of services in the health, education and social welfare sectors. Chairman Joseph Asirulangilangi said government has reciprocated these improvements by increasing salaries of public servants. The PSC hopes to conduct more training to develop staff. What has been a tumultuous year for the country's largest Christian denomination, the year has been a positive one. General Secretary Reverend David Nawandra says that they have been able to put together a connectional plan for the church and also improve their relationship with government.
It is time to reflect on what the Methodist Church of Fiji went through this year. New leadership meant many changes.
So 2013 was a year of engagement and we continue to try and deal with Navuso. And the good thing was in 2013 conference, government decided to include Navuso for a very long time, after a very, very long time, into their budget as well. So we have good news and we have news that we were not really happy with, but all in all, 2013 was a challenging one for all of us, and for government, you know, we received the constitution, and we were happy with that.
A glaring improvement, the relationship with government.
That is something that we would like to treasure, because you know, in our dealings with government, you know, the way that they have come in, you know, not only with that sum that was announced during budget, but there were other items.
The church hopes that tomorrow will be a new beginning for the nation as we take our first step towards election in September.
We hope that when the general election comes, it will fulfill what we had hoped for. A better Fiji, a Fiji that is democratically run, organized, and we're hoping that nothing will come our way to try and divert us away from election. I think tomorrow's year, 2014, should be a year when we celebrate that we have undertaken the first step towards a properly elected government.
The church will continue to focus on set goal as we herald into the new year.
And 2014, to have an open end and open mind to God, to feel our hearts, and let 2014 bring out you know, the thoughts of a better Fiji that we should be looking forward to after the September election.
Drew Bukelangi, Fiji One News.
The Fiji Hotel and Tourism Association says it will work closely with other stakeholders to implement the Tourism Development Plan. Spearheaded by the Permanent Secretary of the Tourism Ministry, Elizabeth Powell, the plan will span a period of 4 years. It's aimed to achieve a record number of arrivals every year.
Fill, I think, the troughs in the Fiji market. You know, there are certain months where we're very weak, and that's what we need to fill.
Part of the plan is also to venture into new markets. Sito says the plan will go a long way in attracting more visitors to our shores.
A lot of countries, a lot of destinations are concentrating on Asia because that's a growth area. This is an area where there's a lot of people now who a huge developing middle class with a lot of disposable income. That's where you need to target. And I think Asia, the Asian subcontinent is an area that we need to concentrate on.
The Ministry of Education is satisfied with their achievements last year. The ministry says they've been able to complete most of their projects and are looking forward to a better year.
2013 was a hectic year for the Ministry of Education. The ministry is however pleased with the initiatives it has managed to implement last year.
We were also very happy that the 2000 budget has given a great increase in making education free at the primary and secondary level. So our achievements have been great.
Lal says this was possible with the collective efforts from the ministry staff and school managements. Plans are already underway for next year.
There has been approval for establishment of 4 new secondary schools, 2 of them in Ra, 1 in Mamanudas, and the other one is Bau Central High School. So 2 of these schools are under construction at this time, while preparatory works is on for the remaining 2. So we will see that the schools are completed. Construction work is completed in 2014 so that they can start in 2015.
2 new primary schools are also scheduled to open in 2014.
The Fulton College primary school that was in Tailevu has now been closed, and they have relocated to Ra. And I have been told that the buildings are almost complete and they will be opened in the new term. A new school also has been established in Wanimbuku, Hart Settlement, and that is ready, and we are looking into the staffing and other things.
Education has received the largest share of the 2014 budget with an allocation of $541.5 million. Pratish Raj, Fiji One News.
Improving work performance and devoting more time to family are resolutions 2 of the Western Division's most influential men have resolved to do this year. Commissioner Western Commander Choeli Thawaki says family time and teamwork is the cornerstone of his administration.
Our main value is the family. I'm telling you, I was briefing the team. At the end of the day, you will go back home. When you go back home, you will meet the family. But have the time for the family. And maybe that is the resolution for next year. While all this is happening, the family is always a priority.
Permanent Secretary for Sugar, Colonel Manasa Vaningi, says he will try to surpass last year's sugar production levels. Colonel Vaningi says making resolutions can be tricky, but proper planning, keeping short accounts and teamwork is something he hopes to improve this year.
Working hard, putting the extra effort, the extra yards to achieving what has been entrusted to us by government in raising sugar production level again. We don't have any disaster this year. We're hoping to hit 2 million tons of cane 2014.
Following a routine check by the Rural Health Authority in 2011, a school in the Rewa Delta is facing closure due to poor drainage and the threat of waterborne diseases.
The last visit of the Rural Health Authority, they seems to tell me like the school can be closed at any time, because like the infrastructure at this place is been done by like our great generation, I think the last 2 generations, and it seems like the generation of a few years behind didn't work towards like making maintenance and renovation to the existing infrastructure that we have.
The Ministry of Education says budgetary provisions for next year will help schools like Ratu Veikoso Primary School.
Secondly, if health authorities issue a closure notice, a copy of that notice is issued to me, and then we will try and quickly go and assess what are the amenities that need to be changed, upgraded and so forth. But we will not sit back and wait. We will try and check and see what is the work that is to be done, and we'll see that there is some funding available in the budget for 2014 from where we can assist that school or any other school that will need any agent maintenance, repair and so forth.
The Ministry of Social Welfare has saved $158,000 following the implementation of the electronic mode of transfer payments. Prior to this transition, 94% of welfare recipients were previously unbanked. Since the change, the ministry discovered that 2,000 recipients were deceased with duplicate and fraudulent clients identified and removed from the system. The ministry says the system has also helped recipients save costs when accessing their benefits. Our regional news is up next. Stay with us. The Australian government has made amendments to its seasonal worker program, making it easier to older Pacific Islanders to sign up for it. From January 2014, workers over the age of 45 will also be able to participate in the program. A ban will also be lifted on workers who have already completed work under the New Zealand Seasonal Worker Scheme. The Commissioner of Labour for Vanuatu, Lionel Kaluat, told Pacific Beat he is very excited about the changes, but adds that the amendment will be in place for 1 year on a trial basis. Kaluat says Pacific Island nations have been pushing for the Australian government to make these changes for some time now and will continue to do so until permanent amendments are made. He says Australia has much to gain from older Pacific Islanders as they are more productive and more disciplined at an older age. He also hopes that the Australian government will relook at some of its current programs, such as the holiday visas. And remember, you can view tonight's Fiji One News Bulletin on our website at www.fijione.tv, and you can also watch previous news bulletins as well as our current affairs, business and sports shows. And Drew is next with sports. Happy New Year, by the way, Drew.
Happy New Year to you too, Vili. How did you celebrate it?
Well, very, very good. Quiet with the family. Yeah, just how it's supposed to be, I guess. Well, what do you have for sports tonight?
Well, one of the top rugby clubs is looking forward to making their return into the Darwin Sevens after 4 years. That's coming up. Also in sport, Guerra joins top 14 giants in Toulouse. And golfers hit out on New Year's Day.